Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing great. We're going to talk about what the rich are doing right now as we're preparing for this collapse. It's crazy. As you know, like I've said before, this is my third cycle, right? Saw the dot-com crash before, sold my stocks, saw the real estate crash, sold my real estate, and now to watch the mother of all bubbles implode in front of everybody and hear the exact same things I heard in 2005, 2006. No, it's not going to crash. It can't go anywhere but up. You can't lose, things like that. It just absolutely blows my mind. And so like I said before, and I'll say it again many times, at a certain point in my life, to get wealthy, I just started doing what wealthy people do, right? And so what are wealthy people doing? And I've got a story for you. I got my cardboard notes, and we're going to talk about the U.S. Mint. The U.S. Mint just sold 147,000 ounces of gold last month, a sign of investor anxiety. Now, you guys have seen, we just went through we're moving into correction territory on the stock market. We saw major indices hit that 20% correction level. And we're not done yet, right? Many wealthy people, you don't have to listen to me because I'm not a financial advisor. I could barely pass high school. You listen to people like Ray Dalio talking about how cash is trash, or many famous investors and analysts saying that we're looking to lose about 80 to 90% on the S&P 500, which lines up with historical trends, right? And most people don't understand that. They want to have their head in the sand, and that's fine, because we're going to have our money set off to the side, and when everybody has to liquidate, we're going to buy up all their assets. Sorry. In the meantime, we're going to try and warn as many people as we can and try and get them to save money. Well, look at what many people are doing right now. Now, check this out. The U.S. Mint just sold a record amount of gold coins, gold eagles. And we're going to talk about that and how important it is. If you don't invest in gold, you don't understand what it is. I've got some links to companies that I have worked with personally for years and years. I've been investing in this space since 2010. And you know what's funny? My bank account's just laughing at this point. And that's not like bragging, that's just the truth. We need to start to realize what's going on with this debt and death Ponzi scheme that's happening right now in front of our eyes. All right, so here we go. Gold right now is sitting around 1,850 bucks, right? As a matter of fact, it just came off of some highs around the 2,000 mark, about 80, let's see, I don't know, 60 days ago, let's say. I don't have that in my cardboard notes. And it's done relatively well in comparison to stocks, to cryptocurrencies and things like that. It's doing its job. Well, I believe, in my non-professional opinion, I'm just a dude with a brohawk and a drink. And a dream. It's around here somewhere. I'll find it. I believe we're going to see gold do a rocket ship move similar to what it's done in many countries around the world that have experienced inflation and hyperinflation. And yes, we are moving into transitory hyperinflation. So it says right now, the data shows that the U.S. Mint sold 147,000 ounces worth of gold in various denominations, but it was in their American Eagle coin, all right? It said they just had their best May performance since the year 2010. And if you remember what happened in 2010, gold was literally exploding in price back then because of quantitative easing and what the Federal Reserve and the government, and I have to put those two in different categories, because remember, the Federal Reserve is not federal. It's a private bank, all right? And what the government was doing, okay? They are printing money like crazy. And what's even crazier to me is how they have literally blown the money supply through the roof in the last year and a half. And gold's going to react. It takes a little bit of time because it's a psychological effect with human beings when they finally wake up and they go, well, wait, what's up with all this money printing, or what's going on with this inflation? And you're going to see something like the late 70s, early 80s, but on cocaine. I mean, it's going to be rip-roaring. It says right now, compared to April, sales are up 67% for bullion. That's impressive, but not as impressive as this. Bullion demand is up right now 617%. There are a lot of people running for the exits on fiat currencies. Yes, I get the dollar index is getting stronger, but remember, the Dixie is only a meter of the strength of the dollar relative to other currencies. And in that barometer, the euro is heavily weighed inside of that. So what do you think? Do you think the dollar is stronger than the euro? Of course, Europe's a basket case. Sorry to all my subscribers in Europe, but come on, you guys are going to be able to put in the comment section, yes. We are all basket cases right now. Why? Because fiat currency right now is tied to nothing, all right? Very interesting that we keep hitting these 50-year cycles, like the 50-year cycle of Nixon taking us off the gold standard. But sorry, I digress. Even taking into effect COVID-19 related production issues, because there was a lot of issues, right? Places closed down, the Mint was no exception, staffing issues, things like that. They had lots of machines sitting idle, not pushing out those coins. So with even all of that, US bullion sales are up more than 400% from the 5-year average between 2015 and 2019. So all right, here we go. Let's get rid of that. Don't worry, I'm gonna pick it up. The wealthy are purchasing gold, all right? I'll give you an example. For one of my companies, I am right now vaulting gold for one of my companies every penny I can, because I feel that a year from now, personally, it will be more valuable in a vault sitting in gold than sitting in cash in my business, all right? Now, that's not financial advice. That's just what I'm doing. I have 4 companies, still have my day job, but that's what we're doing, right? Because inflation is going to get worse. All of the talking heads around the world, all the world leaders are telling you, you're not only going to run into a food supply issue and food crisis, but you're talking about serious inflation. Is very, very real. If you're not listening to those people, then I don't know what to tell you, because if you want to be successful someday, at a certain point, you have to listen to successful people. If you want to be wealthy, you pay attention to wealthy people. If you want to be healthy, you listen to healthy people. That's how it works in life. And right now, people are telling you that the health of the economy is sick, so they are running to gold. And the thing is, for everybody that goes, well, it hasn't done that much. And I go, trust me, it's like 1978, 79 right now. We're just waking up and people are going, oh, I should go buy gold. The news headlines back there tell you, everybody's running into gold. So do you want to do it at 1800? Do you want to do it at 19? Do you want to do it at 2000? Do you want to do it at 5000? There are famous economists that get paid to do this kind of stuff that are calling for 50,000 ounce gold. Do I think it's going to go to that someday? Yes, it will. How do I know someday? And get out of your minds of, oh, it didn't happen last month or it didn't happen next week, and start thinking bigger, right? Like a wealthy person, out 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, right? Because the purchasing power of the currency is being destroyed because they keep printing more of it. All right. So are you going to be part of the solution or part of the crash? That's the only question you have to ask yourself. So I can't stress this enough. So I want to tell you about the vaulting thing, because that's what I'm doing personally. Do I own physical? Yes, I do. Right. But you can only own so much physical. The other thing too is what's really nice about the vaulting that I haven't talked about yet is when I'm talking about my company, I need it to be liquid. And so I can immediately, within 24 hours, have that sold and put back in my business account. So that's very important to me. So a certain percentage of my holdings in one of my companies is sitting in vaulted gold. I also have a cash position because I want to be able to take advantage of opportunities and grow my company, right? But right now, that's where I've put my money. I'm putting my mouth where my money is, all right? So I'll put those links down below for you guys to take a look. But I do think it's time to wake up. If you haven't woken up, and it sounds funny, people go, well, how do I start? I know nothing about it. I told another famous YouTuber the other day, I said, just go buy 2 silver coins and I want you to clang them together. And I want you to sit there and think about it and think about what's going on in the world. And then I want you to do some Google searches. Silver value or silver history, or, I know I'm switching from gold to silver, but silver still is my #1 amazing thing. But with company money, I vault gold. Silver is still too erratic in its price. It swings super high up and it'll swing super low down. But think about it. This is real money that's been money throughout eternity. Anytime there's a crisis financially through any government, even going back to the Roman and Greek times, gold explodes in value. All right? So do you want to be part of the solution or part of the problem? All right, guys, that being said, I thank you so much for watching. The Economic Ninja is out.